Hello and welcome to Fallout 4. I am Gary and Reaver, and this is a bit of a one-off video to talk about my favourite Fallout 4 mod, Sim Settlements. This is a mod that lets you build up settlements more organically rather than the terrible vanilla system. So I thought I'd show off some of my settlements, what you can do with the mod, and yeah, see where we go. So, as you can see, this is a house in Sanctuary. You can see all the usual things, I imagine. But if I look around, this is what you can do with Sim Settlements. So, I have a few of the basic houses. So this is actually my house. There are a few things you need, like this city manager software desk thing. That's all included in the mod. But yes, I'm not here to talk about my house and all the stuff in there. I have tons of mods on this. So many mods that it runs quite poorly, because I've got, like, as you can see, greenery mods on and stuff, and they really slow it down and it crashes quite regularly. But I still love it, and I found it very difficult to play without these. So, Sim Settlements. You place lots like you do in SimCity. So you can place residential, industrial, and commercial, and they come in like various forms, like concrete base, wooden base, up against a wall for putting inside a building, agricultural ones for growing crops and stuff, commercial for the different shops, and industrial, although there are submods like advanced industrial. And then there are martial ones and recreational ones, although they don't really have a lot in the version I'm using. I think my version is a little bit outdated. There are some new add-ons and new updates as well. This mod is quite active. So, I'm going to show you around the various things. These are residential plots. As you can see, they all look different. This is because when you place the plot, a villager will claim it. So I've got 20 people living in this settlement. Someone will claim it, and then they will build it out of a random... one of several random variants that they can build. So here is like a 2-story wooden one. Actually, I think if you click on the this thing, the ASAM sensor, it actually lets you change the building plan, view plaque. So this one is SS Toupee Shack by Kingath. That's the person who made the mod. Each one of these is a different building layout, and it just adds a bit of realism, you know, dynamic. So they're not just like cookie cutter boxes, which are the ones I always built. So the boat one is actually one of my least favourite, but when it's all fully upgraded, it doesn't look too bad. So they have a load of stuff in them like these you can't interact with. They're just there to look pretty, so they don't slow it down like having loose objects and stuff. But the doors all work, and at night the settlers will come to the one that is theirs and go to sleep, and it's amazing. So I have houses all the way around here. Also, if you don't like a design, so like if I think I had a 2-story one that clipped through that tree, which I can't get rid of because that's the fallen tree at the back, which sadly I can't get rid of even with mods. I demolished that one and had it just built a single-story one so it didn't clip through it. And all the way around here, let's see, this one's a good one. Some of them have little balconies, so I've got a nice view of the agricultural plots there. And a view, because this is the area I'm not using in my sanctuary, because I don't need that area, you know, I've got all the houses on the road. So all the houses are up this end, and each one only ever supports one person. Even if they're sort of fully upgraded, like this 2-story one is still just like a downstairs area with a table, and then upstairs the bedroom. So to be honest, they're still kind of pokey, even the fully upgraded ones. But you know, post-apocalypse and all. Around the back here, I've still got water and stuff. I have the agricultural plots. These ones are quite upgraded because I've upgraded most of the stuff in this place, it being the first settlement and all. So these are high-level. Ignore the glowing red guy. These are high-level agricultural plots. So they grow various things, you choose what you want them to grow, and they'll just do it all. And it adds food to the stock. So the way it works, you see, if I go on this one and view plaque. So, power, defense, food, water, happiness, and tax income. These are all things that are managed with the mod. So if you notice the bars in the bottom left of the screen, I'll show you again in a second. So what this means is level 3, so it's a fully upgraded plot. They go 1, 2, 3 depending on certain requirements. It uses no power, -3 defense. So I need to add 3 defense to make up for the fact that this is a tempting target. It provides 12 food for one plot. One settler can work 12 food. Uses 3 water. Doesn't give or take any happiness, and provides me with 2 caps of tax. To be honest, the tax caps isn't much of a thing. I think you can disable it or change tax. Oops, didn't mean to pull my gun out. But yes, in the bottom left you can see food at the top, water, defense, electric. I think that's houses. I don't know what that 6th one is. Happiness, and then how... I don't know that bottom one either. Because most of that stuff was added after I started using this. It was in one of the updates, but yeah. Anyway, these are the commercials areas. So I've previously posted some screenshots of my various sim settlement stuff. I'll show you my favourite ones after this. So you can have, I think it's 6 commercial things, which is why I've got the 6 here. So there's a bar. We have a doctor, drug shop. You can also fully equip them with clothing, so they do function as a doctor, so that I can get her to heal me and sell stuff to me and stuff. And I gave her a lab coat to wear. There is a general shop, or a food shop. I think that's a general, actually. Round here we have clothing.
Need to get back to diamonds.
And armor.
Biggest town I ever
So again,
saw.
these are all fully upgraded, so they go through various iterations. And finally, weapons. Also, you'll notice the armor one has a giant rotating protectron. Sorry, couldn't get the word out. Head at the top, and this one has turrets that do function. So you can buy guns and sell stuff to them. And then along this row, I have the industrial stuff. So I built all of the stuff. I've got tons of mods on. Like delete anything, no construction limit, all of this stuff. So I've completely removed a couple of these houses, including the foundation they're on, just to make space for all of this. So these are the industrial stuff. Don't worry, it will get more interesting later on after I show you what this can really do. But this is just basic scrap collection stuff. So the various kinds of scrap collection. There is a really detailed tech tree, because it's Industrial Revolution, I think, is the sub-mod that you add to get the advanced industrial things, because the basic one is just a little scrap thing. I think this is the basic scrap one, and that's the equivalent of the scavenging thing you can build in vanilla, but this is just so much cooler. And I've got, I think this is a reclaiming thing. I think that hurts if you jump in it. What's this one? This? Water. So this is a massive upgraded well, so that produces water for me. That looks like a paperworks, but I could be wrong. Let's find out. It is, in fact, a paper mill. I was correct. So, like I said, really complex tech tree with interdependent things like to get a tool station or a tool manufacturer, you need an iron mine, that kind of thing. It suspends disbelief a tad with stuff like iron mines and wells in the middle of towns, but I don't know, I really like it. And then the martial plots. So these are just like the little standing things you can get villagers to stand in. But these upgrade, and fully upgraded, they come with 2 turrets, a searchlight, and someone stocked with, well, there are guns there, but they're sort of uninteractable ones. You have to give them their own guns, so they'll never use this sniper, for example, which is a bit of a shame, but it's still really damn pretty. And I've put a gate and wall around the entire thing, and you can line it up so that it is just completely clear. These don't lock together. I do have a mod which allows junk walls to snap to each other, but then I just position them so that this was in between them, and it creates a completely impenetrable wall all the way around Sanctuary, and it is fantastic. But How is that interesting, I hear you ask, if that wasn't interesting enough? Let me show you some really cool things. Welcome to the Starlight Factory. This is the Starlight drive-thru, you might recognise the building. And again, it's completely walled off. But the really interesting things go on inside. So, first of all, I've got turrets on the entrance, martial plot, residential down that side and at the back. I've got commercial in the middle, which is pretty much the same as the other stuff. One of my favourite screenshots was taken here, back when this said, no jet, sorry, I think it was sorry mama. Here's the screenshot, it's so damn pretty. Another residential there. But this is my industrial factory. This is where I get unlimited ammo. So if I just go in here, see, all of this, it has produced. It has made these. And this may seem really overpowered, but this was a lot of work to set up. So I've got it making mods, I've got it making mines, grenades, and all the different kinds of ammunition. And the way I had to do this... Oh, no, I thought there was trouble. The way I had to do this is you go through the tech tree. So each thing does a different thing. So in the screenshot... Oh, sorry, got the gun out again. Just right click, just pulls the gun out. In the screenshot, I've got like an oil derrick there. And that's because one of these started off as an oil well to get oil, which is needed to make plastics, which is needed to make some of the weapons. And then once you go up through the tech tree, you can then get rid of the dependent. So, for example, here we produce bullets, and it's all beautifully animated, and produces ammo. Thank you, Settler, you're doing fine work. It's gone upstairs as well, but who cares. This one, which one's this? Oh, this is the microfusion, so this produces, I can't remember if it actually produces fusion cores, I don't think it does. But it does something. Really detailed. This one is a bit dangerous. This is the radioactive area. This produces my mini nukes, among other things. This one, the only awkward thing is that these banisters are a bit in the way. Oh, this one produces mini nukes as well, so I think that produces the radioactive material required for this or something. So yeah, tons of mini nukes here. This one, I don't think this produces weapons, this might be mods. Oh, watch out for the stray laser. So this, I think, produces weapon mods and stuff. This one, no idea. Is that a radridge? Oh yes, occasionally there are little creatures in these as well. This produces something or other as well. Basically, all of those produce the ammunition, and this was a lot of work to produce all of this. So much damn work. This is a park. This is the only recreation plot that's actually in the game, but they increase happiness, which is really essential when you've got all of this industrial stuff going on. But the last thing I'll show you here, before I move on, is this house. You see that tree? That's coming out of the house. You can actually see it underneath the floor, look. So, when houses are generated, they can randomly generate a special house, which starts off, so like this one started off with just like a sapling in a pot. And then as it leveled up, it reached level 3, and it has this giant, beautiful tree in it. And they're rare. They are rare enough so that they're useful. And I did actually get one of these as owned by a follower of the apocalypse who I had to murder because they had a glowing one underneath my bloody town. So I murdered the glowing one, murdered the guy, and no, I think I demolished the house as well. So that's my factory. I come here when I need ammunition. Like I said, it was a lot of work to set up, really intricate stuff, had to provide the materials which I get from other settlements, and you got to defend it because all of that stuff makes it a massive target for attack, which is why I've got all of this defense out here, and a massive bloody wall around the entire thing. Look at those turrets. Right, next. Still near Concord, this is the Abernathy Farmstead. It's changed a little, shall we say. Yeah, a lot more productive now. So I've got I think that's a slag heap, a few more things, because here is where I have my tools station, or tool machinery or something, I can't remember where it is. Oh, that might actually be it right here. Yeah, that's it right there. So I had to do the things that that needed. I've got the houses around the sign. There is actually a special one. Oh, there are a couple of special ones. So here, this is like the sign art guy. So it's got beautiful art like that on the wall. Oh, look at that. That is so stunning. So here, this is my main producer of agriculture. This is my most productive farm. There isn't actually anyone living in there, I don't think. I think that's like a communal area with weightlifting equipment. I think there's a TV around there. And nice sniping spots from up there. The cat's still around too. And these are... Oh no, that's the building. Around here I have a park, and I think it's a well? Nope, that's a shop or a bar. Because again, that helps with happiness. Here are the wells. 2 industrial max wells to cope with the massive water requirements that all of these crops have. To be honest, there isn't really that much to this one, but all of the agriculture took bloody ages to set up. So as you can see, these ones have the yellow things that the previous ones didn't. Oh, that's sort of bugging out a bit, but yeah. That's because to upgrade to level 4, I think this is, it requires the tool shop. That's what it's called, tool shop. And that needed a few other things, which I didn't want to do other places because there wasn't point. Here, however, maximum use of it. The only downside of this location is no walls. It is really vulnerable to attack. So I've just put guns and turrets everywhere in this place. The odd martial one like there and there. And there is a really nice view. I'll see if I can find it. I think this is it. Just like a really open view out the back. Again, very vulnerable. Not really good on the outer perimeter. But it's still very pretty. And I have a Brahmin. Interesting fact, settlers do actually congregate at bars at night. That's a nice touch. So I was hoping to show you all of my settlements, but really I've got too many and it's taking too long. I'm going to try and get through them as quickly as I can. Also, it lets you know when people settle, like in the top left corner just then. I'm going to try and get through them as quickly as I can, but I'm very happy to do a second one of these if people enjoy this. So this is the Sunshine Co-op. Yeah, Longfellow's Cabin was the last one I renovated, so that's why I'm getting pop-ups for that. So very little in here, that's just for that, because all the fun is out here. I've got a couple of parks. I don't know if any industry is actually used here. So this one doesn't actually have a lot in it, because I use the cabins for the most part. But I have the bar here that you saw at night. Echo Lake Lumber, of course, yes, I forgot about that one. Oh, I've got a little bit of agriculture. Drug shop, but it's just, I love the way that they just sort of fit in. It's like that and that. I think, I don't know if I have a mod, I might have a mod that repairs these, I don't remember. But just look at this, it fits, you know? So I think this is a well? Yeah, this is a level 2 well. So I just have all of this stuff that just fits together so neatly into the world. It doesn't look out of place to just have like 1 or 2 bits in a place. The slog is one that I'm quite proud of. More for its skyline than anything else. And I did fit quite a lot into a very small area. It's all completely walled off, so the only entrance is right here, and you've got to get past all of these turrets. Lots of turrets. Completely ignore the inner area. And I have the back. There isn't actually that much here. These are the only residential places. But there is this one. Oh, there are 4 on top as well. So this one has 2 special areas. I'll talk about the former residents very shortly. But yeah, this is a Nuka-Cola enthusiast. So to be honest, there isn't much to it other than that the giant billboard. But you know, that was a surprise when I first saw it. And also up here, this was a really funny one to get. Walls. So this is like a home defense obsessive or something. And he's got like... well, that's actually part of the roof. But yeah. It's just like a wall, and it upgraded from other things. Because they do upgrade seemingly natural, and oh damn, it's hard to get out of this bit. Anyway, so the awkward thing is, I murdered all of the ghouls who lived here. 2 reasons. First of all, I'm playing a xenophobe character. So she wasn't keen on ghouls. And the other reason, to be honest, the main reason, is that they didn't work with the Sim Settlement stuff. They still stood here tilling the fields with their sort of pre-done animations, so I murdered them all and dumped them outside the city walls. But now it runs really smoothly. So the funny thing about this place was it was like a good place to make drugs because of some reason or another. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. So I have a liquor station, a doctor, but then back here, the reason they glow red is because they don't have a job or they don't have a house or something. I don't know why. It's set to off, but they still do it. So here, I have a booze still, like a brewery. I've got, I think this is a chemical lab. Yes, this one makes drugs for me. And this is the new bugle. So this is something added by the mod. It adds a newspaper. And you can read the newspaper and it updates whenever you do a big quest thing, like the Battle of the Castle. That was what it's called. The Battle of the Castle. Big story points, basically. And it will update the newspaper. And you can build these newspaper stands other places, and they will update with the latest new bugle as things happen. I would absolutely love to keep going and show off the other places, but I don't have time in this video, so I will do another video continuing this, because you've got to see the places in my Far Harbour locations. They are so damn pretty, and I've spent so long on them I want to show them off. So I hope you have enjoyed this. Let me know whether you have any experience with sim settlements and what your places are like, and what you thought of mine. So thank you very much for watching. I will be back with more soon, and I will catch you later.